What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Taville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Tony Bellew, Oleksandr Usyk, Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury. Get this, Tony Bellew changes his Fury Usyk prediction. He says he'll be one step behind. As we move closer to an official announcement to Tyson Fury taking on Oleksandr Usyk, Tony Bellew has changed his mind on who he thinks wins. He said the fight is perhaps the most important fight that could happen in boxing right now, since it's undisputed. It's that last puzzle piece that needs, and all these pieces have to come together before the victor is rewarded with all of them. The former cruiserweight world champion Bellew faced Usyk in his last fight before retiring, and he was knocked out in the 8th round, a final 200-pound victory for the Ukrainian before he started his heavyweight campaign, going on to win the unified titles from Anthony Joshua and putting him in this position right now. And this is what Tony Bellew had to say as he changes his prediction. He said, "I've always thought Fury's going to be too big, but the closer this has drawn, I actually side towards Usyk. I think Usyk is the only one that can beat him. When I say what I say about Tyson Fury is, since linking up with Sugar Hill, his style has evolved massively. He is no longer a feather-fisted fighter. He's a heavy-handed pressure counterpuncher. I think it's one of the best transformations that I've seen in a fighter. I've always thought that he's going to be a really huge, awkward heavyweight that is a nightmare to fight, but now he's big, awkward, and a dangerous heavyweight. But now, Bellew thinks Usyk is the man to beat Fury, the only man, and believes that the size will play in his favor rather than the Brits, a direct contrast to many's predictions, and this is what he ends with. He said the only problem is at that kind of weight and at that kind of size, he's always going to be a step behind Usyk. Usyk has got the greatest footwork in the world. His feet are just exceptional. I understand that the theory of Fury being the favorite going in, but if anyone is going to beat him, it's going to be Oleksandr Usyk, because he is quick enough to dart in and out all night. He is fit enough. He is sharp enough. He takes Fury's, quote, the hardest he's ever pushed was Steve Cunningham, a cruiserweight who dropped him. If you think Steve Cunningham's style is hard, wait till you fucking get in the ring with Oleksandr Usyk, mate. Those are the words of Tony Bellew, and let me counterpunch. This is a surprise to hear him say that. Being from Liverpool, being British, you know, he originally picked Tyson Fury to take out Oleksandr Usyk because of the size. Everybody sees the size. Who's recently mentioned size as a problem? I can't remember right now. It will come to me during this, I promise you. But, you know, a lot of people are going with Tyson Fury because of his size, you know. And a lot of people need to understand that his size doesn't really mean what it's supposed to mean. People rate Tyson Fury's size based on his transformation with Javen Sugar Hill, his fights with Deontay Wilder 2 and 3, and we've seen his last fight with Derek Chisora. Okay, now see, what people need to understand, those guys aren't Usyk. Those guys don't have the style as Usyk, meaning styles make the fights, period. There's nothing else to really say about that. You know, it's a lot of things you can see a fighter do in a ring with another fighter, and you're like, damn, how is this fighter going to deal with that? Well, this fighter is not dealing with that, because this fighter has something different than that. If you guys have to understand, I keep telling you again and again and again, he's going to have problems dealing with someone like that. And everybody's talking about the size of Usyk. He looks like he's slimming down. Well, he's probably doing that because he knows that speed is going to be on his side and size is going to be on his side. He can't be bulky, hard to grab, hard to reach, hard to get a hold of, he's going to be hard to lean on, hard to grab. Did I say that already? Okay, he's going to have problems with that when he's coming in and out. Bellew pretty much broke it down the way that I see that fight going anyway. A guy that's coming in and out scoring, and when Tyson Fury comes in, I'm going to save a lot for the prediction, don't worry. Then he's going to have a surprise of a lifetime because he's going to find himself in a situation that he hasn't been in. And again, I have to do the prediction as soon as the fight gets announced. I'm not doing it any step before, okay? But this is an actual surprise to hear someone that agrees with what I'm talking about, because we're basing Tyson Fury's accomplishments off other fighters instead of the guy that we supposed to want to see him fight, which is one of the best fighters in the world, Oleksandr Usyk. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Tony Bellew changing his prediction on who he thinks will win between Tyson, the Gypsy King Fury, and Oleksandr, the Cat, Usyk. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!